The Birdies and Bourbon show. Dan, I hear you shouldn't be tweeting under the influence.
Why?
I say we encourage that type of behavior. I don't know. Richard Bland, Eddie Pepperell get into a little tweet war, and Bland's talking. I mean, most people don't even know who these guys are, but he's talking about his 15 minutes on tour, and basically where this thing went, or where it came from, was there are two golf tournaments this past weekend. We had the Zurich Classic, and we had LIV Golf in Australia. Who won?
Talor Gooch. Davis Riley and Nick Hardy win the Zurich. Yep.
Who won between LIV Golf and the PGA Tour?
LIV Golf. There's a lot more clips of LIV Golf on Twitter and the social media than there were of the Zurich. That's for sure.
You can't watch it while it's happening, but you damn sure are going to see plenty of it posted all around. I tell you, everywhere,
100%.
Everywhere.
100%.
So Talor Gooch wins the event. The four aces win again. I mean, at what point does everybody else just forfeit? I don't know. And we're reduced to Chase. The one Koepka outshines the other with a hole in one. He gets his beer bath. Who the machine? I think you were gloating after him over there, I believe, right?
Bert Kreischer, Bert Kreischer, the machine out there, 100%.
We've got to
see him out there.
We've got to get to one of these events. I don't know what's the shoeies. Are we into shoeies yet? We're going to start drinking out of a shoe on here, or what are we doing?
I guess we're going to have to. No more flamingos.
Only in North Carolina. I don't know what the shoey thing is. I mean, I thought it was up to date on the booze world, but clearly I'm not, because I didn't know the shoey thing was such a phenomenon.
I know, it's just, was it always Australia we kept seeing do it? I forgot who we've seen a couple of shoeys lately, and the one was obviously from LIV this week with Cam Smith, but I thought we saw some other ones too. I don't know. Yeah,
I think I'm out on the shoey. There's just I don't know. I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, I just drink out of the bottle. I mean, I do drink out of the bottle, so I no issues there.
Exactly.
I don't. Right. I mean, what I don't need to do is drink out of a shoe. It does nothing for me. Yeah. So, congrats, I guess, to Riley and Hardy for winning the match play event. I didn't watch much of it.
It was both of their first PGA Tour wins.
I mean, pretty big wins, huh, for those guys. I mean, they've secured their PGA card now, and I mean, that's they got to be kind of riding high. Of which I guess that's why the field was what the field was, just for this instance, right? I mean, it's definitely not stacked, and we're going to see that again at the Mexico Open this week. But I think. I don't know. No, snooze fest.
Yeah, it was a little rough. Not having the star power there, right? You know, it's it can get a little bit rough not having the star power there. So
Homakawa misses the cut. I mean, when you got the Golden Boys missing the cut, man, that's I don't know. Don't know what that's really doing for the field. Do you think that was intentional? Do you think they wanted to be there for the weekend?
I think they got that jersey made. I mean, I think they wanted to be there this weekend. Yeah, I do. I think they think it's a cool, fun event and everything. And I just think that they were I'll meet you at the green at 9 a.m. kind of thing or whatever, because there's nobody else showed up.
maybe they sold their quota of jerseys, so they're like, we can go ahead and cut this event short. Daly and Duvall, really? I mean, DFL for the week, so I did not have them in any lineup. So my lineup were shit though. That's for sure. I got to rebound this week in Puerto Vallarta. So we'll see where we get to with that one. What else we got in the golf world? What else is happening?
Liliana Vu wins her first major on Sunday, the LPGA Chevron Championship. She won that, and then jumped in the
in a
water
playoff.
and
Yeah.
in a playoff. Yep. So it's good for her. Good to see. Greg Norman teases that an LPGA Tour might be coming to LIV. Yep.
Greg
Meaning,
Norman teased,
like a a rival tour.
Yeah. Greg Norman teases that the PGA Tour will be playing at a Greg Norman design golf course this week in Mexico.
It's true too.
which is a true story. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's so. What do you think about the state of golf right now? Let's say the state of the PGA Tour right now. So, the Masters, we had a great buildup, I thought, coming into the Masters. Jon Rahm, kind of signature storyline. I don't know what else you could ask for. You've got the LIV guys that are showing up and they're contending. And then we go right after that. We go to Hilton Head, at the Heritage. And now we fold right into the match play. I mean, we've heard a lot of comments about how people are tired. They're playing a lot of golf. And I think you can kind of see it in the players. I think you can see that they're tired.
Yeah. Yeah. The Zurich was not a great field, obviously, but still a good event, right? But just you have the superstars there. We talked about it at Hilton Head, right? Like really, you put all the stars together, and you get a lot of good golf going on. It's interesting golf, and right now we're right in the middle of kind of peak season for the golf world, right? We just finished the Masters, and we did Hilton Head and then Zurich. Now we're going to the Mexico Open and Wells, etc. And it's taking its toll on golfers. We saw with Rory. Rory would rather take a $3 or $4 million pay cut and save some energy than go play an event. That's kind of speaking a lot right there, right? I mean, that just says, wow, okay, I didn't expect it to be this tough. And he missed the cut, So
I wonder how much of that is is planned, right? I mean, so think about, Rahm wins the Masters, shows up in Hilton Head. Rory says, sitting this one out, gets a $3 million ding. I mean, here's what's going to happen, right? So Rahm is defending this week in Mexico.
Right.
We've got the Wells Fargo coming up after that, which is a designated event, which I think there's no chance in hell we're going to see Rahm there. So
yeah, I think he said he's not playing. He said he's not going to play it. Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you're getting some star power there, but then to what degree is it going to start diluting some of these other events? And conspiracy theory is it force fed? I don't know how long the Wells Fargo has been played, but is it time for a change? Is it, hey, let's start to kind of make these events a little less attractive to people?
I don't know.
And we start to maybe move around sponsorships. I
think they're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to stack these fields, right? Oh, we'll have the best players play these elevated events. And this is the first season of it, and we're a few into it, and we're already seeing a lot of fatigue out there. And I don't think it's going to be the same next year. I think you're going to get some pushback towards the end of the year saying we can't do that many or whatever it is, right? So
it's only getting hotter.
I need more passes. More passes.
Right. Yeah, it's only getting hotter. I can tell you that. So I hope they enjoyed the weather first part of the season here. So it'll be interesting to see where that winds up. Yeah, so I don't know. You got anything else for until we head to Mexico?
It looked packed in Australia. It looked packed there. Do you think Jason Day and Adam Scott, Jason Scott? Do you think that those guys? I'm kidding. Do you think those guys missed wanting to play there? I bet they're a little jealous. What do you think? A ton of fans.
I don't know. No, I don't think they wanted to play there. I think they're. Adam Scott's off surfing. What I don't know is what's happened with Team Aussie. I mean, those guys are. I mean, you would think this is like. I mean, they're going to go down and show up and make hay down there. Home crowd. Like the Shoesies got them. I guess one too many.
The Shoesies got them. Yeah. I want to go to a LIV event. I really do. It looks like a fun time.
It does.
Concerts and golf and music. It's like playing golf with us. We're out there just having a good time.
I had a good time this weekend playing golf. That's for sure. Weather was beautiful. Drank a lot. So yeah, I want to go to one too. We'll have to look at the schedule and get one on the calendar.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Is the PGA after Wells? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I think it's in 3 weeks, I believe.
So that would be after Wells. Right?
New York. Yeah, it's definitely after Wells for sure. Yeah. So,
okay.
So yeah, we'll see.
So what is your thoughts on that? So what are your thoughts on making an elevated event before a major and after a major or after a major? So I mean, like the Masters had Hilton Head after.
I think
after. But before, what if you want to take the week off? What if you don't want to play the week before?
I think the week before I would think that it's more acceptable than the week after. But that's just me. I mean, I'm definitely not a professional golfer in any sense of the fashion. I'm really not professional in anything.
So, what you're saying is Rahm got screwed because he wins too much. He's got to go defend in Mexico, and he has to skip his elevated event because he wouldn't normally probably go to Mexico. But he's such a good guy, right? He just wants to be a good PGA Tour golfer for his fans.
It's karma.
Yeah. Well, and he's genuinely a good guy, right?
Think about the years of all the negative aura that surrounded Jon Rahm. That he was a hothead. He was, blowing up on the course. He had lots of negative connotations around Jon Rahm. Since he's changed his demeanor, I mean, karma is following this guy around, man. So I think it's maybe I don't know. Maybe he saw a witch doctor or something. I did maybe a little voodoo.
A little voodoo. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he finally got karma following him around instead of COVID.
Oh, don't mention that. I mean, you mention COVID and I get that shit. I'm like a COVID magnet. I don't. So the vaccine that I got. Yeah, I think it was not a vaccine. I think they actually injected me with COVID, and I really don't. I always have it. Like I rarely don't have COVID. Exactly. That's the new norm for me. Is how much COVID can I get? I got to see. I got to start keeping up with the days. I mean, how many days in 2024 can I function with COVID? That's what if you got COVID, message me. We may need to go play around a golf.
Exactly. Exactly. No. Yeah. So good week of golf overall. I mean, when Liv and them are both playing, I mean, there's a lot to watch if you want to watch it.
So okay. So you're talking about celebrations, right? And the Koepka, Chase Koepka hole-in-one get flooded with a beer bath. Did you see the I guess the trophy presentation for the Zurich Classic? Did you see any clippets of that?
I think they were doing not the Zurich, no.
Okay. No, so for the Zurich, the trophy presentation, they did like a little parade kind of thing. So they had the Grand Marshal, he was, doing his little doing his deal. Had the trumpets going in the background, when the Saints go marching in, and they marched them around. What do you think the best? And then you've got LIV, right? They're doing the Scottsdale shower. What do you think the best celebration is in golf?
The best celebration in golf for like the victory.
The victory, the hole-in-one. What do you think? What do you think? A few. Yeah, give me. What do you think the top three are?
Well, I think probably Waste, right? So hole-in-one at Waste would be a huge victory. Yeah. The LIV one was really cool this week. That was really cool with the hole-in-one there. I like the LIV victory with the kind of like the Formula One formula with the champagne and everything else. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I like those. Yeah. I mean, the Masters is always classic, right? The jacket and then the trophy and all that. Oh, we got to talk about that too. So yeah, but what do you think first?
Yeah. I would tend to agree. I mean, Scottsdale as a whole waste management. It's trash, man. It is so trashy. It's just show up and definitely get crazy. So that's probably the best one. I don't know. Do you think we start to see more of that though?
We are seeing more of it. Yeah. So a lot of comparisons to the LIV was going on this weekend to waste management. It's like, okay, well, waste management has only gotten more and more momentum over the last several years, right? It didn't used to always have so much attendance and visibility and buzz as it does now. And, LIV's tapping into that, right? They're kind of making waste management every week.
every tournament. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's, maybe the PGA Tour ought to get in touch with the Thunderbirds. Maybe the Thunderbirds are the secret to success on the PGA Tour. Not that they're not already successful, but I mean, this snooze fest that occurred this weekend, and now we're heading to margaritas and tacos in Puerto Vallarta this week with less than stellar field for sure, outside of a couple players.
So the whole idea about doing elevated events was to compete with LIV. Let's be honest, right? Compete with LIV, but it was to elevate the game of golf from a PGA Tour perspective, and to create these fields that were mega fields, more like, it felt like majors. And it would let the best people play at these elevated events for these bigger purses and everything. Now that we're seeing this, those are undoubtedly great events. We saw it at Hilton Head. I mean, when these guys are all playing, it's great. It's not as good as a major. Still not as good as a major, because the Masters was even better. Sure. But now we got events like last week and then this week, and we had it at another one recently too, where they're not elevated events. Maybe it was one in Florida or whatnot. And the fields are really, really weak because the top players can't afford to play them all, right? So is this good for golf or bad for golf? Meaning the PGA Tour, the response from the PGA Tour.
Yeah, so I think it's good for a lot of players. I think it's good for Davis Riley, and it's good for Nick Hardy. I think it's good for Max Homa because he's now top 10 player in the world. All right. So, I mean, I think it's good for individuals, but I don't know what that really does for the fan.
Yeah.
So
spectator,
again, yeah. I mean, and I think you've got two categories, right? I mean, you've got us that regardless of who's there and what's going on, we're going to watch it. And we're probably going to be familiar with 99% of the names that we see in every field. And then you've got the casual person, right? I mean, the guys I play golf with on Saturday, they don't know who in the hell some of these people are, nor do they care, right? I mean,
will they ever?
They won't. They'll never care. So
they'll never know who they are.
Well, that's also, depends on how long the LIV Tour allows them to project themselves. But no, I totally agree. I mean, I think there's the star power that left. I don't know. Can you turn somebody into a superstar, or are you already a superstar and you just need the platform to be able to exploit yourself? I mean, that's kind of that's the direction I think that it's going in the sense that, I mean, Nick Hardy and Davis, I mean, nothing. I'm sure they're great guys, but are they going to be superstars?
And then, so you have the PGA Tour now kind of diluting I think it's diluting its brand, right? So it's like, the PGA Tour's playing this week. Well, is it elevated or not elevated? Well, it's kind of key to, are people going to watch or people not going to watch? But then you got LIV. Every one of the LIV events is going to be a blowout type of event. They're going to try. They're going to have the same field. They're going to have this music and everything going on, and it's just like every one is an event. I just don't see how them pushing these elevated events with these players and making them play like this short period of time, and you have to play them all. But then there's also these events in the middle also that just nobody's going to watch except for us, because we're just diehards. Most people are not diehards,
I would say most people didn't watch the LIV tournament. They probably didn't watch the Zurich either. I mean, I talked to several people today that said, I just couldn't really get into that team thing. I mean, because I think mostly because they didn't know, if Homa and Morikawa make the weekend, does it make it better? I think that outside of Cantlay and Schauffele, I mean, did anybody really know who was in contention? I mean, you had Bo Hostler and Wyndham Clark. I mean, does anybody that doesn't listen to a golf podcast know who Bo Hostler is? I don't know. Maybe.
Did the PGA Tour do the right thing last year by banning anybody that went to LIV?
No, I mean, I think you just saw what happened at the Masters, and you're going to see what happens at the PGA Championship and the U.S. Open and the Open Championship. I think that there's I mean, that's the staple, right? I mean, those are the designated events, right? So you've got the tour trying to designate, right, and not really create their own majors. I wouldn't say they're going that direction, but they are driving. They're driving an audience, or they're driving participants to these events. So I think they got to scale that back. I mean, I think that it's I think you've got events where people are just going to play because they're going to play. And I don't know. It's let's get into the off season, right? I mean, it's golf 12 months out of the year at a professional level. Is that, what do you think we're going to see towards the end of the season, after we get past the Open and the PGA Championship and the Open, US Open? It's even going to be worse, right? I mean, yeah, it has to decline. And it's, I mean, if you give me, the best of the worst there are still really damn good, right? I mean, they're still 1%ers, but they don't have the brand. And yeah. I don't know how you get the brand without having the audience or having the platform to be able to build the brand. But yeah, I don't know.
So let's take this week, for example. If the LIV players were still able to play on the PGA Tour, maybe LIV shifts that week, the Australian tournament, to next week or this week against the Mexico Open, right?
Yeah.
Right. And they let the LIV players play in that, and Cam and Leishman go out there and play like the team event like they did last year in their uniforms. I think it's good. I think it's better if they let them play. I just don't know why they had to do what they did.
Yeah,
what do you care?
Agree. Totally agree.
You let other people from other tours play, but these guys can't play. I just don't know how they can justify it. I don't get it. Anyway, let's turn to topic. So Jon Rahm did an interview last week, and I didn't hear the interview, but I heard some clips. And one of the things was about the green jacket, right? And the responsibility comes with the green jacket. You have to get press approved. You have to be approved for, all types of different things. No alcohol when you have the green jacket on. You cannot have a drink in your hand and all this other stuff. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Very restricted. Oh yes. Go find a picture. Yeah.
Well, so at the champions dinner, are they? Well, that's because they're
taking
might be
pictures. Different.
It's because they're taking pictures. Yes, I do understand where that's. I mean, a tradition unlike any other. I don't know how you really argue with it. I mean, it's like, I don't know what I do behind closed doors. It's worked. I mean, what's the Super Bowl of golf, right? I mean, I don't know how you argue with the. Get a different glass, I guess. Solo cup is my recommendation.
Solo cup.
Green Solo cup is my red goes well with green. Red Solo cup's my recommendation.
Yeah.
And allegedly it was alcohol. I beg to differ.
Yeah, it sounded very restrictive, but I guess, like you said, legacies are legacies. So it is what it is. Yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk a little gambling and DFS. Let's head to Puerto Vallarta to the Mexico Open at Vidanta. I don't know what else to say other than it's a Greg Norman course. I mean, I think this is the second course that they play, or was this the same course? Was this where they played last year?
They played here last year.
And I know they played here, yeah. But was there another Norman course that they played on, or was this the one? No, it was Mayakoba.
Mayakoba.
Right? Yeah, because I think that's a Norman course too.
It is.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's contractual obligations. I'm also sure that those contractual obligations have been. Hopefully they vetted those things out. If not, I guess a few attorneys lost their jobs when they put those contracts together. But if you're the PGA Tour and you're now sending your defending, your reigning Masters champion, your defending Mexico Open champion, what now appears to be Mr. Nice Guy, the new golden boy of the PGA Tour, he's on his way to Puerto Vallarta to defend. I don't know. It's interesting. Let's talk about the course a little bit real quick. again, Greg Norman, designer of the course. This is top 10 as far as distance wise on the course, par 71, 7,500 yards, big fairways, past Palom greens. And we've only got 1 year of history when we head over to Fantasy National to take a look at who we're going to put in our lineup this week. But I think that I already know who your one and done is. We don't even have to go there. I mean, the field itself, I mean, it definitely looks like, and based on what we saw last year, it looks like it's going to be, it's hit it as far as you can. Big greens. It's resort style course. By the way, did you know, I guess this is true. I don't remember seeing this last year. Allegedly, the course is only accessible by the world's longest golf cart suspension bridge.
Oh, no, didn't know that. No.
I didn't know that. I don't know. I'm sure we can go find a picture of it somewhere. But I'm just thinking, how in the hell do you get the spectators? How do you get them over there? Are they? I mean, there's a lot of tequila probably flowing down in Mexico.
Oh yeah. I don't know. We'll take a gander at that a little bit later and take a look at it. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of
odd. Yeah. So I think the big thing is, I think off the tee distance is definitely going to be key, and we're on past Palom greens again. So some of the shittier putters out there probably going to be a little easier. They're definitely going to be slower. The weather looks like it's going to be fine. Probably going to be windy. Don't know. It doesn't look like there's going to be much rain, but there will be wind. So I think when we take a look at these guys, I mean, I think we got to go to, who's playing well on the island? Tony Finau. Hello. Let's head over to fantasynational.com and looking at the last 24 rounds. Any surprise in who opens the field at $12,000?
No, I'm just surprised he wasn't like $13,000.
There's probably, what was he, T15 at RBC Heritage? What's Jon Rahm's ownership going to be? Is he going to be the
24? It says 24, but he might hit 30.
Is he going to be the highest owned player in the field this week?
Yeah, I think so, by far. Yeah.
So I don't know if you go there or not. I mean, it's I tell you, like looking through these prices, there are some double takes here for sure. I mean, I'm looking at some of these guys, and let's just talk about $9,000 and higher. I mean, you were talking Davis Riley. Yes, he just won, but at $9,800, I'm like, I don't think so. And because I think once we get down into the $8,000, $7,000 field, I think we're going to find plenty of Davis Rileys down there at a hell of a discounted value. So, I got nothing. I don't even know if I want to play anybody in the $9,000 range and higher.
With the exception of Jon Rahm.
Right. Who's probably going to be the winner of the golf tournament. So Tony Finau, second place last year, T2 with Brandon Wu. For the $300 or $1,300 difference, I guess, do we spring for Rahm, or do we lean towards Finau and call it the same ownership equivalent of right now?
Yeah, I'd be Tony Finau, T31 at Heritage, T26 at Masters, T19 Players, T24 API, T20 Genesis. So consistently good golf, right, from Tony Finau. On approach, he's second in this field, last 24 rounds, off the tee, 10th, and putting 55th, model rank second. So he's right behind Rahm, or model rank 1 and 2. If you want to save some money, you can play Tony Finau. I mean, I think Jon Rahm's going to win the event. But Finau's playing pretty good. Yeah. What do you think?
I think a lot of people have said Finau is not coming into this tournament in good form, and I would argue that that's not the case. I think I think the form is just fine, and especially against the field that he's bumping up against. I think we're good there. I mean, some of the folks that would be otherwise interesting. Wyndham Clark, I mean, it has been playing phenomenal. He was T67 here last year. Gary Woodland was T24 here last year. So I think Woodland's an interesting choice. I like the lower $9,000 range. I think is where I'm probably going to spend most of my time in the higher owned folks there. Højgaard, I think an interesting play there. I think that could be. Didn't play here last year and plays a lot on the DP tour. So second at Corrales Punta Cana, and I think this is going to shape up kind of that island resort type course that we see in Puerto Rico and the Dominican. So.
Yeah, I like Ben on model ranked 11th. He's $9,100. He was T6 at Vallarta, T45 Valspar, T35 the Players. So he's on a pretty good roll. 12.6% projected ownership. Patrick Rodgers, model ranked 27th, $9,300. T19 at the RBC, 5th at Valero. So he's getting some pretty good form there. Higher ownership there, 17.4 though. So I'm not sure if either one of those guys interest you.
They do, and I think that's really where that's probably the play, right? I mean, I think you in this lower nine that could, I mean, outside of Rahm and Finau, right? Anybody below Finau, who's better than Patrick Rodgers right now? I mean, it's Patrick Rodgers at $9,300. I mean, definitely not a steal. But I mean, does Patrick Rodgers stand to top 5 here? I think so. I mean, he was 10th last year. Benion, been playing good to your point. So I think that I think they are plays.
Yeah.
All right, $8,000. Who do you want to pick there?
$8,000. I was getting to them on DraftKings, getting a little early. $8,000. Ben Martin, model rank 4th, $8,600. T41 at RBC, T10 at Valero, T8 at Cornas Punta Cana. So yeah, I mean, he's 13.7% projected own, but I think out of that range there, he's definitely from the upper to middle range, one of your guys.
Matt Wallace?
No, Ben Martin.
Oh, Ben Martin. Sorry. Yeah. I do too. I
like Davis Riley is out, by the way.
Ooh, that's good point. Yeah, I did see that. I did not make a note of it though. But yeah, Davis Riley is out. Yeah, well, I mean, he secured his card. Why is he showing up to this thing?
Exactly. Yep.
So I'm with you. I like Ben Martin. I think that's probably a solid play. I think Matt Wallace is another one. Just recently, what did he win? Did he win Corrales? Matt Wallace at $8,100. Yeah, he won Corrales Punta Cana. T7 at Valspar. So, I mean, as we're looking at these things, right, as we're looking at the past tournaments and we think Valero, Corrales, Valspar. I mean, that's the field that we're coming into this week. So I think that's really, I think that's the focus. And I think if he's winning at Corrales Punta Cana, I think he's got a good chance. And I mean, at $8,100, do I need him to win? I don't think so. I think I'll take him at, a top 5 and we're in pretty good shape. But yeah, I'm with you. Ben Martin is, that's a play. I don't know if there's anybody else in the $8,000 range. That's
MJ
really,
Dafoe.
Hey man, I'll leave that one with you.
Consistent for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, just expensive.
Let's see. What did Hubbard do here last year? What did Hubbard do? T51 last year. Brendan Wu, Alex Smalley, T6 here last year. Brendan Wu, T2 here last year. I guess if I'm looking and I need to go, I'm probably kind of counting on some ownership there. And I mean, this is a field you're going to have to get 6 of 6 to the weekend in order to be able to do anything. So,
yeah.
All right, $7,000. Where who are you thinking?
It's where it starts to get a little dicey. How about your boy Ches down there? Model rank 18th, T11 at RBC and T6 at Valero. Yeah.
Finished T13 here last year. I think it's $7,700. I mean, Ches probably looks like a play at 6% ownership. I mean, recent form's good enough. And in a field like this, I mean, he's shown, I mean, he's definitely not a bomber, but if the weather's benign, then I think maybe we got something. Who else do I like here? Nate Lashley was T11 last year. Dave Lipsky was T6 last year, and Lanto Griffin T15. So I think those are three somewhat interesting names in that mid $7,000 range. So 77, 76, and $7,500. I mean, what is that? T3 for Nate Lashley at Puerto Rico. Lipsky, he's probably, I guess, the shakier one coming into this thing. Lanto, I don't know what the WD was. T15 at Valero, missed the cut at the Heritage. Oh, you know who I am gonna? So I was a little surprised that Saunders and Cole didn't play better in the at the Zurich. But I may be back on Eric Cole. I mean, finishes second at Honda, T27 at the Players, T39 Valero, got a couple of miscuts in there, but I may be back on Eric Cole. Let me see what he played. I guess he didn't play Corrales. Eric Cole. Did he withdraw too? Surely not.
He's $7,500.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he didn't play. Yeah. I may go back to him. I was surprised that he didn't play better, or they didn't play better. I think Andrew Novak played pretty good here last year. I think he finished well. Well, I'm looking for Novak. What about you, boy?
7,300.
Yeah, what are we going to do? Well, okay, we'll go there in a sec. Yeah, T15 last year for Andrew Novak, maybe. Ninth at Valero, T46, T44 in Puerto Rico. How about what's that? What about Jimmy Walker? I mean, we saw a little life out of Jimmy Walker a couple weeks ago.
He was leading. Wasn't he leading Hilton Head? Is that where it was? Where was he at?
Yeah, at Hilton Head. Yeah, RBC
leading an elevated event.
Coastal golf course. I mean, hey man, that's T22 Valero. I don't know. What do you think?
He's leading an elevated event, and he's $7,100 this week. It's like he's like the Rodney Dangerfield of the PGA Tour. He gets no respect.
No respect. Yeah, I guess I really can't.
I'm in on him. I am in. He's a
Jimmy Walker.
Damn good golfer. Yeah, T25 at RBC, T22 Valero, T49 at Honda. A couple missed cuts, but I mean, 100% in.
Let's see. Kevin Chappell at $7,100. Did not play here last year. Kevin Chappell finished T39 at Valero, T16 at Corrales. I don't know. I don't know if I can get there on Kevin Chappell. So Cameron Champ. He missed the cut at Heritage. Let's see. He
missed the cut everywhere.
Yeah, well, that is also a good point. He did play well here last year. And I mean, I guess we had a different Cameron Champ, T6 last year, by the way. How many people, what's the ownership on Cameron Champ? Can't be high.
5.5. Yeah, not bad.
Okay. And so his missed cuts, let's see. He lost 5.5 strokes putting at the Heritage. He lost almost 2 strokes at Valero, miscut. Masters, we don't really get any strokes gain detail there, so we don't know. Tee to green at the Genesis Phoenix. I don't know. It's
no, I can't do it, man. You got to make some cuts.
He's made 1 cut in 2023. I mean, why couldn't this be it? What did he? So hold on, but think about this.
It can be it, but I need it to be it before I start making him seriously.
So we got it's. I don't think I haven't heard about any injuries. I haven't seen the injury report on Cam Champ. But so Heritage elevated event, got it. Not necessarily a Bombers course per se. Masters elevated event. Valero, okay. Valspar, Genesis elevated. Phoenix elevated. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to talk myself into it, but it ain't working.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen. I can't go there. I can't get there, Cam Champ, even though I want to. Kinda. Only if he wears two different colors.
I want to too. Only if
he wears two different colored shoes. That's the only way I'm in.
Anybody in the $6,000 range. Cameron Piercy. Model rank 6, $6,900, 4.8% protected ownership, T68, Puttacana, T16 Valspar, Mr. Cut, T12 a Honda. That's not bad.
Well, we need somebody in the $6,000 range. Let's see
Piercy.
who. Okay, Piercy, Martin Trainer, T11 here last year. What's Martin Trainer done? As of
how much?
$6,800.
T22 Puttacana, missed the cut, Valspar, T64 Puerto Rico, missed the cut, Honda, T20.
I'll take it. I'll take Martin.
Yeah, good enough.
Give me some Trainer. Satoshi Kodaira, T15 here last year. That's maybe Satoshi is $6,700.
Yep, could see that.
What's what cut T64? I don't know. Yeah, so we got what about Jonathan Bird? What's Jonathan Bird done? What do you do at Corrales? He seems like a Corrales and
T16. Yep. T16.
Yeah, so Jonathan Bird, what's his ownership at?
0.7.
Oh shit. Yeah. Sign me up for if we got to go 6,000, give me some Jonathan Bird. T15 here last year. Grayson Murray also could be potential T13 here last year. What's Grayson Murray done? Is Grayson Murray the one that had the wreck in like the Bahamas? Had the scooter wreck that fucked his face up? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Missed Puttacana, T15 Puerto Rico, a couple of missed cuts on a withdrawal. So it's not great.
We'll scrap that one. He does not do well at these resort courses. Too many shoesies. Shoesies around.
Shoesies.
Kelly, we're stretching here. So Kelly Craft.
I think we're done. I think we're done.
Wait, hold on. Kelly Craft. What's Kelly Craft? What's he look like?
How much?
$6,400.
There's a lot. Let's see. Heck, where's he at? Oh, there we go. 1.1% projected ownership, a couple of missed cuts, T16 at Puttacana, a couple more missed cuts.
Yeah. Okay.
A little rough.
All right. Let's you want to do a lineup or you want to go one and done?
Let's do a lineup.
All right.
Let's do a lineup.
Tisk.
Tisk.
Giving out full lineups. God, this is sad.
Where did we say we wanted to start? We wanted to start down here. We had somebody we were like, oh yeah. I think it was Chaz, wasn't it Chaz?
Oh yeah, we can start with yeah. I get on some Chaz. It's $7,700. Just come on, Chaz. Give me something. Okay. So Ben Martin, $8,600.
All right. Yep.
I want to get back on Eric Cole, man. I think that there's I may be stretching it there. We don't have to. You can talk me out of it. You can send me a different direction.
All right. I locked him in.
We're only helping ourselves here, by the way.
Exactly.
What about Matt Wallace? Dude, just one.
Yep. That's why I was just there.
Right.
Yep. I was just looking at him. Yep.
What's Brandon Wu's ownership?
12.9.
Like $8,300 T2 here last year.
Yeah, let's do that.
See, and now we got 9,800.
Davis Riley, just take him. We'll take Wyndham. Yeah.
Can I take it? You want to take Clark or do you want to take Rodgers? You want to take Clark?
You think Clark's going to be tired?
Yes, I do. What's the ownership looking like? I think that's where I think we can go from like Patrick Rodgers. I think we can go from Benion north up to Wyndham Clark, and I think that's I think we take the low ownership. Oh shit, except for Maverick McNeely.
Yeah, no. Rodgers is 17. Clark is 21. We can take Rodgers. Yeah.
What's on?
Ben on is 12.6. You want to do
that? I think it's either Rodgers or on. Which way you want to go?
Let's go on.
All right.
All right. 700 to spare.
Patrick Rodgers was 10th there last year. Just saying.
Should we can change it. Let's change it. You go Patrick Rodgers? No, we need to change it. If he was 10th here last year and he's better, he's been playing better.
He's been playing good. I think we go Rodgers. Let's go Rodgers. All right, one and done.
All right.
Feel like we haven't picked a one and done in weeks.
I know. I kept getting reminders. Like, do your one and done. Like, oh no. I got him to play, and I'm going to take the defending champ. I just don't see anybody that can beat him. I don't think he wants to be beat, unless he doesn't want to play this again next year, right? He's like, if I win this year, I got to come back next year, and I can't play Wells again next year.
I've already set a precedent, so that could be the trigger. But yeah, I don't blame you. If I had Rahm to play, I don't. I played him at the first tournament in the 2023, and also was a winner. Also, it was I think you're going to win like $1.4 million this week. So similar experience when I used Rahm. So didn't get the most out of him, obviously. But yeah, I think Rahm's the play for sure. I can't use him. So I'm going to go. Have I used Finau?
Have you used Finau? We'll take a look.
I don't think I have.
Let me see.
I don't think I've used Finau.
Tony Finau? I don't think you've used him. Nope. You want Finau?
Other than what other Finau is there? Is there another Finau that I'm not aware of? Because if there is, I may want to consider that Finau. Tommy Finau?
Tommy Finau. Yep.
Tommy Finau. Yeah, give me Tommy Finau. That's where I'm heading.
Got him. You got him.
I mean, just think about what's coming up, man. We got the Mexico Open. You got Dubs priced at in the $9,700.
I know.
Then we're gonna have the Wells Fargo. Now, I would expect that McIlroy, he ain't gonna be able to skip out on the Wells Fargo. It's going to start eating into the college fund if he misses many more designated events.
He'll be there.
All right. Yeah, I think so too. What else we got going
on? Nothing. What's that? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So I got the Korean turned me on to a new show, and if you have an Asian fetish, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to do not even get close to this show. Don't look at it. Don't touch it. Don't get near it. And if you could actually block a show from your TV, you probably should.
I can guess which one it probably is.
Who am I kidding? You definitely should watch this show. It's beef.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. I haven't seen it.
Oh my God.
Is it good?
It is. It's good, man. It is. It's good. Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting. Especially in my household, it's extreme. It's extremely interesting. But yeah, it's actually it's good. The first episode was kind of like but it goes a whole friggin' different direction. That's just crazy as hell, and it was good.
Good. I've seen it out there. I haven't watched it yet, but that's cool. I have to give it a whirl. Yeah.
Cool. Hold on. So let's talk about a list. Give me your top. Pick a pick whatever you want. Top 3, you want top 5, top 27.
Three's good.
Top 3 shows that you've watched this PGA Tour season. I'll say this PGA Tour season.
Okay, so that includes some from last year then.
It could, yeah.
Okay. Well, Succession. What else did we watch? The White Lotus.
They must not let that into Atlanta, by the way.
Must not. That, the White Lotus, and how did we go? Should have won 2. Let's see. What else was I really into this year? Shoot, off the top of my head.
You mean help? Go
ahead. Yeah, please. Yeah, because I can remember them all. Yeah.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one.
I don't. This is not in any particular order, but Mayor of Kingstown, really good fucking show. I don't know. Brenner just had a interview with somebody, Diane Sawyer or Walter Cronkite or one of those guys, and I didn't see the interview, but I guess if he's given an interview, then everything's okay. Physically, now mentally, I don't know. He still could be. We're gonna have to move the Mayor of Kingstown to Jamaica because he's gonna need a warmer climate. I hear he's got this fear of Zambonis. All right, so Mayor of Kingstown. What else was? So shit, I'm gonna forget the name. I have forgotten the name, but the Jeff Bridges one where he was like the CIA guy. The old man. I thought that was pretty good. I mean, I like Jeff. I'm a Jeff Bridges guy, so I like that. But yeah, I thought that was a good one, and that would have been towards the end of 2022. So that would have been the beginning of the 22-23 season. And I can't say beef. If I say beef, that's gonna create a beef. So I can't list that as my top 3. That's gonna be not good. What else was good? The Mandalorian I really liked with the Baby Yoda. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not like a Trekkie guy, but I kind of grew up in the Star Wars era, so I thought the Mandalorian was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like Daisy Jones and the Six. I like that one too.
Ooh, that was good. I don't know if that's my top 3, but it is. But it's good.
It's good. Yeah.
So would you watch Daisy Jones and the Six before you would watch Mayor of Kingstown?
No.
Or before you would watch the Old Man?
No. I think I'd watch, but I was just looking at like top shows as I come to. Like, there's got to be some other ones we're not thinking of, off the cuff. But yeah. No, I think I like those. My 3-year 3.
I'll tell you what is not in my top 3. It ain't even in the same ballpark. What was it? Full cut, full swing.
Full swing. No,
I haven't made it past. I haven't made it past the Koepka episode. I mean, like, it can't get any better. It's like that.
I think we watch too much golf to where it feels elementary to us. Because I've talked to some people that I'm friends with, and they're like, "Oh, did you watch the Full Swing?" I'm like, a little bit. That was so good. I didn't know much about Joel Damon. I'm like, well, we knew all those stories,
Right.
So
yeah, that's it's way too. What's the show? What's the MTV? Not Cribs, but what's the Real World? It's like it is. It is the Real World, and except it's got golfers instead of whatever the fuck those people were. I don't know what they were actually. Yeah, I didn't. That's can't get it. Have you watched the Formula One? I don't know what the Formula One was called, but I haven't watched that. I have heard the same thing, or I have had the same experience as you. A lot of people liked it because they got kind of some insights and the insider information that we probably already knew about. Or they saw personalities that they otherwise hadn't seen because they're not, it's like who's watching the interview, who's watching the pressers on a Tuesday at 2:00 in the afternoon, right?
To me, reality TV. I'm not a big reality TV guy, number one, but it felt kind of fake. Like they were just kind of making up scenes, and I'm like, this is not real life.
No, it's not
real.
You
guys are not good actors. You're not good actors,
right?
So they're just Like they were trying to look cool,
They were that. Well, it was not cool people trying to look cool is what it was.
Exactly.
It was, exactly. And I'm not categorizing everybody in the D-bag category, but it was a lot of D-bags trying to be cool. And I mean, I don't know. Give me a private jet and free booze, and I mean, shit, I think I'm cool too.
Exactly. We put Patrick Rodgers in our lineup today, didn't we?
Yes.
What do you think about his brother, Aaron Rodgers, getting traded to the Jets?
I think Blue Moon of the Earth is. I think she was an anchor, and now he has a sail.
Yeah.
So
does New York know what they got?
No. Well, here's the other. How do you think he's going to fare in New York? Is the real question. I mean, I've never been. I've been to Wisconsin. I've never been to Green Bay. I don't know that he lived in Green Bay proper when he was there, but I'm sure it was a suburb of. I don't think that there's a whole lot going on there other than anything that's not associated with the football team. So that remind me of football team, soccer in a minute. So okay. I don't know. I think the New York thing is going to be. I mean, he's a head case anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a shit show. Is what I think it's going to be.
I do too.
I mean, what do you think the traffic's like in Green Bay compared to New York?
The polar opposites.
The good news, I guess, is cold in both places. But
yeah,
I don't know. What were they? I mean, so that's just a money grab for them, right? When I say money grab, I mean they're getting a Super Bowl champion. And when's the last time the Jets have really done anything? Kind of. So
yeah. They've gotten better, but yeah. So
who was the last good quarterback for the? Oh, that's right. You're a Finn man, so you must be getting nervous.
Nah, yeah, they're going to be pretty good. They are going to be pretty. They were pretty good last year. I mean, they were better than they've been in years. Yeah. But yeah, no, they'll be pretty good. But we got the tuna.
Right. Speaking of football teams, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney's soccer team, the Wrexham Football Club.
Yeah,
didn't they just win the championship?
Something like that. Yeah, he's on a roll. That guy.
I'm telling you. I mean, give me a couple of Deadpools, and we're in high cotton. He bought a cell phone company, and which I don't know.
Sold a cell phone company. He sold it too.
So it's gone. Yeah. Well, I think that was probably like predatory behavior, right? I mean, you're selling cell phones to people with bad credit. So I don't know that's. I think the government has something against them. I don't know. Maybe they don't.
No. So he sold Mint Mobile to Think T-Mobile, and he personally is supposed to get like $300 million from the show.
Well, he'll be fine then.
He'll be okay. That brings me up. Okay, so who is this? Is by the way, people, we're in the 19th hole now. Who is the best celebrity investor? Is it George Clooney, Ryan Reynolds, Ashton Kutcher?
Not Kutcher. And I heard some very interesting things about George Clooney while I was playing golf.
I love this.
Over the weekend. It was. Let me think of how I can frame this up. Let's say George Clooney allegedly because he lives in what is it, in Greece, or where's he at? He's
Italy.
Over there in
Italy.
Yeah, he's on like one of the Amalfi Coast.
Lake Como.
Lake Como. There you go. Okay. Allegedly he lives an alternative lifestyle.
Okay.
I was like, I don't care. That was news to me. I had no idea. Now, I'm not saying that these people have drinks with him. Just saying they may have been in Lake Como on a boat, and they might have seen some things that maybe they didn't. Allegedly, this is allegedly.
He's got one hell of a publicist.
That's what I'm thinking. Wow. I'm thinking, does he and Tiger Woods share the same publicist?
Must be. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Just saying. Oh, we didn't talk about Tiger's surgery, by the way. Did we? I don't think we talked about it last week.
No, we didn't. No. Yeah. What are you thinking about that? Yeah.
I think that maybe we talked about Tiger at the Masters, but I think that we don't see Tiger that's soon. I don't think we see him again this year in 2023. I don't think we see him at all.
Wow. That's rough. That's rough. That's really rough. Yeah. So you got the surgery last week. They said it went well. We saw he was in a lot of pain at the Masters. So, will he play the kid event this fall again? You think maybe?
Yeah, that's like around in December. I mean, that's maybe that. I think that's probably the next time we see him, or the first time we see him after the Masters.
Yeah, probably right. Wow, big time, man. That's huge news. I didn't even know he was going to be doing that. Yeah, crazy.
Who's going to backfill Tiger? I mean, they've tried with a lot of people, right? They've tried with Spieth and they've tried with McIlroy, and I guess kind of quasi I don't know if they're trying with Rahm. I mean, Rahm's kind of making his own path. Do we ever see, okay. I know now we're really killing this thing. So think about did anybody replace MJ? Did Michael Jordan get backfilled?
I think it was LeBron.
Okay. I would, if anybody did it, I would agree that's probably.
I don't watch basketball, but just knowing the name and the hype and everything, right. I'm like, okay, that's the net. Yeah, that's,
yeah. So
that's the test, right? Is I don't watch basketball and I know who LeBron is. I know what he looks like and I kind of know what he's about. So
right.
That's the test.
Who's the LeBron to Jordan? Who is Tiger's LeBron? And has it happened yet?
Well, I think this is it's tough because I think Tiger's Jack's LeBron.
I think Tiger has usurped Jack. I think that, I mean, he broke barriers there that are just leaps and bounds.
So Jack was the best, right? And then Tiger came and he broke all these records and did everything. So he kind of is the LeBron. But has there been another one? I don't. There's not one right now.
I don't think so either. I don't think there is. And I think that. So back to our earlier conversation about what's the PGA Tour doing? Are they diluting the brand? I think if you're the fan, they are not diluting anything. Well, I shouldn't say that. They potentially. But I think the bigger side of that is if until they I don't know I mean, LIV really hasn't taken anybody that's backfilled Tiger Woods, or that became the LeBron to Jordan's legacy. So I don't know where we wind up on that. I mean, maybe we don't. Maybe it's subpar. How about this? Is Tiger Woods? Is he the PGA Tour killer?
Could be.
I mean,
yeah. Until LIV, they had some really good stars, right? They had a bench that was growing and everything, and then somehow they lost half of their top stars, and their commissioner's still there. I don't know how that happens.
Playing at their second Greg Norman designed golf course in the 22-23 season.
Do you think if Netflix lost half of their stars that the CEO would still be at the helm?
I think Netflix has, and didn't they just announce that they were raising rates and they're cutting back on the reducing shows by 25% or some shit?
So that's ridiculous.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right, man. That's what I got.
Good. Yep. Good, man. It's gonna be a fun week in Mexico. It's gonna be fun to see if Ron can pull it off. How many years in a row can he win this thing?
If he has anything to do with it, 1 year.
I think he's got legacy, man. I think he wants to go. He wants to be the Rafa of the Mexico Open.
It could be. We'll see when we get there.
All right. Good deal, man.
All right. Until next time.